I'm sure you guys are familiar with who invented the first light bulb. Rumor has it he's the first guy who invented the first tattoo machine. My name is Elson. This is about my passion, obsession and profession with ink. I first wanted a tattoo when I was 11. Back then, it was difficult to convince your parents or your kin and society at large that the ownership of a tattoo is legit, because it kind of falls into the stereotype of being a gangster, a biker, an outlaw, and untouchables. I studied at Nanyang Junior College, and later after army, I went on to pursue my degree in NUS. But I believe the education-wise, developed a more analytical approach to tattoos or life at large. I believe the pursuit for knowledge is to quench the thirst, not necessarily to justify one's identity or existence through a piece of paper known as a certificate. So when I finally got my first tattoo at the ripe old age of 23, it was on my thigh. So I started wearing Bermudas instead of boxers at home to hide from my parents. My mom started questioning me, like, why aren't you in your usual boxers? And you know, I let it pass. And then when I got my chest piece from thINK in New York, I started wearing t-shirts. And she asked me why instead of singlets? And I'm like, well, it's a little chilly in Singapore. It's a ridiculous excuse, but it passed off. But after 2 years or so of the obtainment of my first tattoo, I finally got sick of lying to my best friend, my mom. So one day I sat her down. I told her I have tattoos. She was like, where? And I lift up my left Bermuda slit gingerly to show her, and that's why she sat down, because it's awful. What she said surprised me. She said, at least you have great taste. It's all well done. So I got my official license. But by then I've already graduated from NUS and started doing full time. Given the daily influx and bombardment from references and imagery you come in contact with my job, I couldn't really decide between black and grey or colour. So I decided to split my body into half. The left side's all black and grey, and the right side's all colour. Well, my left arm is my personal antlers. They are nothing but my family members, or the portraits of my family members, those closest to my heart. I have my forefathers, my grandparents, my mom's parents, on my forearm for literal purposes and figurative. On top of it, my grandma dearest, and the inside, every time I work, I'll see my granddad. They're both around, by the way, so it's just that literally and figuratively, without him, I'm nothing. In that he convinced my mom, his daughter, to let me pursue my passion. Well, and the top of it is my dad, man of the family. For my right side, it's basically statements. Life and death, delirium, and delight. Well, I guess it's been said that it's different strokes for different folks. One man's poison, another man's meat. So comes down to the point where if you're talking about meeting important people, there was one time where I tattooed the lead singer of The Strangers, a psychobilly band that I was quite into, but I didn't know who and how he looked like. But it was at a convention in Eindhoven, and I was curious about all the cameras and what's with the sudden attention, just a chest piece. And later on I found out when I go toss the CD over and he signed it. And I'm like, oh, you famous? But I had a very close encounter with David Beckham. because his manager was apparently looking for a tattoo artist that's not so fierce looking. So I was one of the 3 candidates chosen. My younger brother, Nathaniel Yu. Well, essentially, separated by 11 years, 1 month, 1 day. I'm the first person on Earth, apart from Doctor, to see him. And many people are curious on why my brother and I mean, given the age gap, we have such a good relationship. He's one of my best friends. He's gonna be an apprentice in this trade. It's not about celebrities. It's about spreading ink, pen culture worldwide, and that's what we do.